let us now go ahead and check out what is the class and what is the object in Java inside our IntelliJ IDE. So right from the beginning, we actually saw the public class of main, right? So this main is basically our class. And also we saw the class of string as well. Let's say string str equal to new string. We all are familiar with this statement, how to create a string. Now this string is basically the name of the class. And here we have str, which is also known as the reference variable. And the part on the right hand side that is equal to new string is basically an object, right? Which is created inside the heap memory. Now if I ask you to create the class of dog, so what you will do? You will simply click on this package, then right click, go to new, and then select Java class and give the class name as, let's say, dog. Now as said, what are the things that comes in your mind that defines a dog? For me it is, let's say, string breed, that is breed of the dog. And then we have size of the dog, how big the dog is, and then we have string color as well, right? So these are the three properties that I can think of right now. Now here we are using the public class of dog, that is public is basically the modifier. Similar to that, let us use public just before declaring the string breed. Similarly, let us use public here again and then public. Now why we are using the public modifier here, I will come to this shortly in this topic. So as of now, please don't worry about it. And now how can we create the objects of this dog? So inside the main.java, let us define, let's say, dog. Now this dog is a class that we have created just now here, right? So simply use dog space, let's say dog1 equal to new dog. So here we have created the new object of dog, and this is the reference variable, and this is the class of dog. Right after this, let us use dog1 dot, use the dot operator to access the breed color and size. Now to define the breed, let us use breed equal to, let's call it German Shepherd. So our first dog has the breed name of German Shepherd, and then dog1 dot size. Let us define the size. The German Shepherd are quite bigger in size, so let us use 50 units, right? And then let us use dog1 dot color. Let's give it black. And now to print out the values of the dog1, you simply need to use system.out.println dog1 dot breed, and similarly dog1 dot size, and also dog1 dot color, right? Let us now run the code. And there we go, we have simply defined the properties of a dog and also printed out the values as well. Now apart from the properties, the dog must have some behavior. As for example, a dog can bark. So what I will do is, I will simply define public void and then bark method. So when this method will be executed, the dog will make a sound of bark, which you can use it by this statement, woo woo. And then a dog can run, right? So let us use public void run. And then we need to write our code within this method. So as of now, let us use a print statement and then print out I am running. Now let us do one thing, instead of just printing this statement, let us use a string, let's say my breed is, and then print out the breed, I am running, right? Like this. And now from the main method, you can access the method of bark and run by simply using the dog object. So for that, again within the main method, what you can do, you can simply use dog1 dot, and now you can notice two more options here. Apart from breed, color and size, you will get bark and run as well. So let us use bark and then dog1 dot run. So here I am making a dog to bark and also a dog to run, right? Let us now run the code. So this will simply print out woo woo, and then my breed is German Shepherd and I am running. So our code is working perfectly fine. So when this statement is executed, it simply triggers the bark method that is present here. The same thing applies for the run method as well. And now this was all about for the dog one. Now suppose I have another dog such that dog2. So for dog2 as well, you can simply define one more dog object. So this simply shows that you can use the class of dog to create as many objects as you want to. It is totally up to your choice, right? So again I will define some properties, but this time I will use the dog2 reference variable dog2.breed Labrador, and then I will now make the dog2 to bark and run. And if you want, you can also print out the values of breed, size and color for dog2 as well, right? So you can add your code here. And then let us now run the code. So there we go, we have got woo woo and then my breed is Labrador and I am running, right? So for both the dogs, we have defined some properties and also some behavior. Now here, similar to the dog class, we can also create the class of, let's say, rectangle. So right click and then go to new Java class and give the class name as rectangle. Now here, when you think of a rectangle, what are the properties that comes in your mind? The properties that comes in my mind is the length of a rectangle and also the breadth of a rectangle, right? What are the behaviors that relates to the rectangle? Now the behavior of a rectangle can be, let's say, the area or the perimeter of a rectangle. Now here I will give you a small assignment. Define the properties of the length and breadth here, right? And define the behavior of the rectangle, such as define the method of getArea and also define the method of getPerimeter. So this method, when called, should return the area of the rectangle, and when this method will be triggered, it should return the perimeter of the rectangle. So please take it as an assignment and then see you in the next video.